Alrighty guys, so it's been a hot minute since I did a shop update. I need to do this. I'm going to get it posted immediately after this. Malone, he got his GS6R 1000 today. It performed okay. There's some improvements to be made. It is way under geared. We had to make some clutch changes last minute this morning to get him to the track after the first shakedowns yesterday, some shock changes, and he's having some shifter issues. I will address that when I get it back. It's got a brand new RSR on it, brand new Mac valve, brand new RAM, everything's new, so it shouldn't be having issues. We'll see what's going on. I may need to change it up to a conventional shifter mount, I don't know. It does have a Bracket Racing undermounted shifter, so we'll see if maybe that's the problem. But let's spin around and get going through what's here. This is a 2025 ZX14R 40th Anniversary Edition. Came off the trailer, put it on the dyno. We made 182. Went ahead, pulled it over here onto the lift. It's got a Brock's Alien Head short end of the exhaust, the header, and the mid pipe. It's got a customer supplied slip-on. He likes the sound of it. I'm not against it. And it made good power, so I'm not going to argue it. Sprint PO8 street filter, Brock's steering dampener installed, some crash bars installed, some rear bobbins installed, new chain and sprockets installed. We went down one, up two, to give him a little more zip. This is the same gentleman who had a Gen 3 in here, and he kept telling me that Gen 3 felt weak after I got done with it compared to this. Now it makes a lot of sense. This thing is a factory fluke. So this bike with a pipe filter and a tune is making 207 wheel horsepower on 93 octane pump gas and 119 foot-pounds of torque. It is absolutely obnoxious. So, pretty impressed with that, pretty happy with that. That is 25 horsepower gain with a pipe and filter. I was absolutely blown away. Now the freaking stock exhaust is terrible. It wasn't bone stock. He had some tips on it, some literal box Chevy tips on a factory catted exhaust, so it's pretty restrictive. But yeah, pretty happy with that. Will Huff's bike, we got it on the dyno, we got through all the low throttle stuff, all the basic tuning, and then we went to make some power pulls. I turned it up, and we ran into a lean power cut. That was the origin of the head gasket failure. All right, lean power cut is 13-1 at anything over 11 pounds of boost. I'm going to bring that down to like 12.5-1, anything over 15 pounds of boost, and ignore the lower portion, or I'll build a table. Probably going to build a table. But anyway, his fuel pump is weak. The flow volume is down. We've got a brand new fuel pump going to be here tomorrow for that. Scotty's got two-lip apart. He done nibbled the bearing. It didn't spin. It didn't knock. It just nibbled a bearing. Rev limiter on nitro will do that. This is in here for a turbo kit. I'm calling it the Baby Turbo Project, right? So this is going to get Brett Jones turbo kit on a stock ECU with a spacer plate, valve springs, head studs, the basics for basic bottom horsepower. We're going to put it on about 4 pounds of boost, as low as the kit will go. Jeffrey's motor is being put together. We got the Ducati. The Ducati is for sale. Anyone who wants to buy it, $17,000. It needs a good detail job, and it runs great. It rides great. It's a Ducati, and most of my customer base isn't Ducati based. This girl, I need to get in touch still. Damn, I keep reminding myself in these videos and keep forgetting right after that I need to call the guy with the other ZX10 and get these two linked up together so this guy can buy that bike, and I can put that motor in this bike. This one I'm just waiting for deposit. He's called me a couple times in the last few weeks and said he was going to get it to me. I have not seen it yet. And then we'll go ahead and pop that motor out, do a quick refresh. That is one of my partner's no prep bikes. It's going to be a run what you brung, no prep. So throwaway, max ECU, built motor, nitrous, basics for that. The Honda, I'm still waiting. Not waiting. I found a few different motors, but none of them are worth it. In all honesty, it's a $3,000 bike, and it's going to be $3,000 for a motor. I really think that project just needs backed out and abandoned at this point, and he can pay me the $300 worth of labor I have into splitting it. This is here for obviously a Max. So, nitrous motor, 1441, Ray Mancini built. Nice little bike. It's going to be a top gas bike. I just got in some of the materials I need actually to build the mounts for the 4-channel solid state and the single channel extended duty solid state that'll be mounted up over here. That will be primary power. This will be kit 1, kit 2, fuel pump, and ignition primaries for everything else. Let's see, we got the 24 volt, the Max, everything mounted up. I built the mount for that. I built the mount for the starter solenoid. It's a mallet magnet bike. You're getting the gist. It is absolutely spaghetti right now because it is time for me to pop that harness off, roll it over to the lift, and start measuring all my final terms and drop points and splits and laying out my harness map. It's going to be a little Q16 bike. Now, I've got another Max bike that's going to be coming here in the next few weeks-ish once he gets it pulled apart. It is currently a Motec AMS 2000 GATS-enabled bike. He wants to ditch all that junk and just go to a Max. So we're going to do a Max ECU with laser ride height, shock sensors, G-meter, the works. It'll basically do everything that the GATS does and more. So that bike's going to be wicked. The goal for that is to grudge it. He's never been really fast with a bike at the track, so it's going to turn into a grudge track bike. Makes good power as is, so we're just looking to repeat that power and move on. We went to the track with Prototype. You'll notice Prototype's gone. Prototype went A to B finally. We have shifting issues, but otherwise our 60-foot, our 330-foot, they're killer numbers. We're getting where we need to be. It's right back on track with where it used to be. It just doesn't like shifting. So I'm going to go through the air shifter system at some point and see what the hell's going on. We also, anytime we turned up over 15% nitrous on the leave on an 80 shot, we blew the tire off. Turns out the tire is almost 7 years old. So that didn't help us at all. Still got a little dirt bike over here. I have no clue what I'm going to do about that. It's a 2-smoke, and I am no good with 2 smokes. I may just tell him, hey, boss, I don't know what to do with this thing. If I'd have known it was a 2-stroke, I would never have taken it in. So don't ever bring me 2-strokes, and preferably not any of them mini bikes. They suck. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this girl off the dyno. It is finally wrapped up, ready to go home. It'll get delivered tomorrow. I'm going to get Will Huff back up on the dyno and get his fuel tank off, so when his pump comes tomorrow, I can get it put in. And then Dennis can come up like Tuesday or Wednesday, and we can go ahead and get that tuned out, because we're going to have to change tune. We were tuning around a fuel pump that was going downhill. It's probably going to be really rich. And then I am jumping full bore headfirst into that Max bike over there because it needs to be done, shook down, and ready to go by Etheridge in 2 weeks from Friday. I think. Maybe it's 3 weeks. I think it's 2 weeks from Friday. So, that's what we got. That's what we got going on. Y'all have a beautiful day.